Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by the Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. Boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty members and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed to Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree No. 1341. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With a vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. PUP has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities. An enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society, with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic U.
I had to do it because I have a friend. I'm staying with a couple of boys tonight.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, Holistic Student Development and Engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, Empowered Faculty Members and Employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6, Vigorous Research Production and Utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, Global Academic Standards and Excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CID, PUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, Synergistic, Productive Strategic Networks and Partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, Active and Sustained Stakeholders Engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10, Sustainable Social Development Programs and Projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
pagkamit ng matamis na tagumpay. Ito ang buhay ng isang propesor na nangarap, nanalig at nagsumikap upang maabot ang mga hingin sa buhay. Saksihan natin ang buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Ako si Ben Andres, 60 years old, at electronics engineer by profession. Actually, ang aking nagmulan ay medyo malungkot. Lumaki kami isang baryo ng Lupao, Nueva Ecija, at doon ay nakatira kami sa gitna ng bukid na kung saan pag kami pumapasok sa eskwelahan, kailangang bagtasin namin ang kabukiran, mga almost 5 kilometers, ganun. Galing ako sa broken family. Ang aking ama kasi, nasirang ama, ay isang foreman ng construction na medyo may pagka-womanizer kung saan siya madistino, nagkakaroon ng relasyon. Kaya nung medyo mapuno na yung aking nanay, hindi uwi kami sa Nueva Ecija. Kaya kami natira sa gitna ng bukid kung saan doon kami lumaki. Nung second year high school, nung mamatay ang aking tunay na ama, ay nawalan na kami ng konting sustento, kung kaya't natigil din ako ng pag-aaral. 5 taon na akong hindi nag-aaral noon at gumagawa na lang din sa bukid kung ano-anong trabahong makakatulong lang sa aking nanay. Nagkaroon niya ako ng stepfather at taga San Fernando, La Union siya. At doon, maraming pwedeng pagkakitaan sa San Fernando, La Union. At ang isang naging parte ng aking buhay doon ay yung ako ipasok sa construction ng Central Bank of the Philippines bilang regular na laborer. Nagtrabaho ako sa Central Bank of the Philippines at nung matapos yung project na yun, isinama ako sa Maynila ng aking mga project engineers. Atlantic Gulf and Pacific na Central Bank project, nag-umpisa ako bilang junior carpenter, gumagawa ng mga temporary office ng mga project engineers, gumagawa ng mga scaffoldings. Kung minsan naman ay ang kasama sa aking trabaho, nagiging kantero o mason ang tawag din sa amin noon, yung mga nagsisemento. So, yun yung aking naging trabaho sa Atlantic Gulf and Pacific noon. Nung dalhin niya ako ng agent rito sa Maynila, nagpasya akong mag-aral 3rd year high school. At tinapos ko yung high school ko in 3 more years. Meron akong kaklaseng nag-invite sa akin para kumuha ng entrance exam sa PUP. Sumama ako sa kanya. Maswerte namang naipasa ko, kaya nagpasya akong ang kuhanin electronics engineering. Yun yung umpisa nun. Uwi ako ng Nueva Ecija ulit, nakiga pa sa anihan para magkaroon lang ng pang-enroll sa second year. Second year college, mga around 23, ganyan na ako noon. Mga 23 years old na ako. At katunayan niya nun, kinakantsawan ako ng mga kaklase ko. Kasi may edad na raw ako, bakit hindi na lang vocational ang kuhanin ko? Kaya lang, parang determinado ako. Yung nasa gitna ako ng bukid, madilim, merong bumagsak na bulalakaw, yung falling star ba, at nag-wish ako.
Balang araw, magiging engineer din ako.
Kaya parang pinanghawakan ko yun na sa aking pangarap, sa aking goal sa buhay, parang pinanindigan ko na rin. Ang aking trabaho ay may kinalaman sa pag-print production ng mga instructional materials. na pang electronics engineering. Dahil yung aking professor na may-ari no, kaya habang ginagawa ko, natututo rin ako. At yung medyo negatibong epekto nga, kulang ka sa tulog, na kung papasok ka as a regular student, na mga pagkakataong inaantok pa sa klase, at ang performance mo siyempre, medyo nag-degrade din. Napapabayaan yung konting mga academic requirements. Pag ganun gusto kong magkaroon ng sapat na oras sa pag-aaral, so kailangang balancing ko lahat ng aking commitment. O siyempre dito, na nakapagtapos ako dahil walang ibang eskwelahan noon na talagang makakapagtapos ka ng engineering kung hindi dahil lang sa PUP. At naging mapalad din ako na ako ang isa sa dalawang unang na-produce na engineer ng PUP. Ako yung naging unang alumnus na naging department head ng electronics engineering. Ganun din, kauna-unahan din akong naging alumnus na naging dekano ng College of Engineering. Family-oriented dahil doon. At ganun din, sa hirap sa buhay, hindi dapat maging hadlang yun para sa ating ambisyon. Sasamahan lang ng ating pagtsatsaga, susumikap, siyempre, yung ating spiritual na aspeto, huwag kakalimutan. Naakibat ko sa definition ng success. Na yung success, considered na acronym, yung S, seeing myself as a successful me. Na ako, yung U, unique, hindi ko kino-compare sa iba. So, unique as me. Pagkatapos, C, I consider C as controlling myself. Then another C for success is complying myself to be an achiever. Ganon. And yung E, I'm educating myself. Kasi sabi nga nila, learning is a continuing process. At yung S, sinasatisfy ko yung aking sarili, ano yung aking commitment, lahat ng aking commitment. At yung last S, yung sacrifice. Yun yung definition ko ng success.
Ang buhay ay tila isang malaking entrada kung saan kailangang ipakita ang pambihirang kakayanan para umani ng matatamis na pagbati at tropeyong higit pa sa material na bagay ang halaga. Yan ang pinatunayan ng kwento ng buhay ni Professor Ben Andres.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dal, Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pagasa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alborica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venantia and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of CID Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are an engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the high position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. You see, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
The standout sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company namin. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind. They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibility. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for us.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines. I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a science of smile together.
SMART is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayang pag-ibig, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, dulot na ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingil, sa nagatak lubog, sa sigur at sa lalim mong babak, may ginanang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng watawat mo'y talumpay na naghihiling, ang ituwing na araw ng kailan pa may maghihiling. Lupa ng araw ng 100 pagsima, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag ay makahamig, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to everyone and welcome to BALIK SINTANG PAARALAN, the PUP Alumni Webinar Series 2022. Our event for today will surely give us a lot of learning about our topic, communicating with purpose and understanding your why. It is my delight to be your MC today for this informative webinar. I am Avel Lagarde, and I hope you will find the program we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. So before anything else, I would like to know kung sino dito yung mga nahihirapan makipag-communicate. Hindi dahil walang signal, hindi dahil walang data, kundi nahihirapan rin talagang makipag-communicate. Yung laging nami-misinterpret, yung laging may what if na kung sana nasabi ko yun. Sino? Sino dito? Sino? Anyone? Please type 1. Ayan, may nag-raise ng hand. Actually, ako rin, guilty rin ako sa ganyan. So, hindi rin makapag-express kung ano yung nararamdaman instantly, right? So, actually, etong topic natin ito ay makakatulong sa ating lahat. So, because our speaker today, who is our notable alumni from Bachelor in Broadcast Communications, will talk about communicating with purpose and understanding your why. Very relevant, right? And very timely. So, let's bring it on. To kick off this morning's program, let us all listen to our university president deliver his opening remarks, Dr. Manuel M. Muhi.
A pleasant day to everyone, to our university executive officials, VP Tom Testor, deans and directors, department heads, AVP Floro Quindo, OJT coordinators, fellow faculty members, and to all our guest speakers, and most importantly, to our beloved students. Welcome and thank you for attending the BALIK SINTANG PAARALAN activity. Thank you to ARCDO for organizing and hosting this event, which provides a great opportunity for the university to continue to engage with our alumni. Our alumni, as stakeholders, will always play a critical role in fostering a culture of excellence at our university. Their voices are very important and significant in pointing us in the right direction, being key contributors to their respective industries. And we recognize their roles as our university's ambassadors. I believe that our alumni are always eager to give back to their alma mater, and this webinar series provides an excellent opportunity for them to do so. Thank you to all of our alumni guest speakers for taking the time to mentor your fellow scholar ng bayan. Your many stories of tribulations and triumphs will undoubtedly inspire our students who want to follow in your footsteps and use education to achieve success. Your presence here today sends a message of hope to all PUPians that despite many limitations, it is possible to rise and that success is within reach with hard work, determination, discipline, and drive. To all of our student participants, may you be inspired and learn from our guest speakers who have already walked the path you're about to take. Listen to the valuable lessons they are about to share, ask questions, and take advantage of this opportunity to gain an understanding of the topics they will be discussing. Always remember that the first step toward achieving one's goals is to learn from others, followed by the courage to apply what you have learned in your own life. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, kaya huwag kayong matakot mangarap sapagkat kung mayroon kayong courage at saka determination and you keep on trying, I am sure na makakamit ninyo ang mga magagandang pangarap. Kagaya ng ating mga matatagumpay na alumni na magbabahagi ng kanilang mga karanasan bilang scholar ng bayan. May you, like our successful alumni, finally find the path you want to take and believe that you can be the best at it. And may you never forget the words of our PUP hymn, gagamitin ang karunungan mula sa iyo para sa bayan. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Sintang Paaralan at pagpalain po tayo ng Panginoong May Kapal.
Thank you so much, President Muhi, for the heartwarming welcome remarks. So before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. First, please note that your microphones and cameras are automatically turned off as you enter the Zoom meeting. Second, if you have questions to our speaker, please maximize the use of the chat box, which can be found at the bottom section of the screen and comment section for our participants in the FB live streaming. Make sure that your questions are concise and direct. Also, by joining this activity, you agree to participate in a recorded webinar that will be posted on related platforms such as websites, social media pages, and others. Kindly have your name and what school or organization you are connected to in our Zoom meeting. Also, digital certificate will be released 3 weeks after the conduct and be given to those who attended, participated, and completed the evaluation form at the end of the session. And lastly, kindly visit the PUP Alumni Facebook page and YouTube channel, the PUP Art.tv, and don't forget to click the like and share buttons on the live stream video so that other students and alumni can also learn and inspire by our webinar. So I think everything is clear now and we are ready to continue our webinar. Allow me, everyone, to introduce our keynote speaker for today's webinar. Mr. CID Santillan serves as the Director of Team Asia PR at Hamlin Itulard Corporation Team Asia. He oversees public and media relations and editorial units of the company and ensures the quality of his team's work is aligned with their goal of delivering next-level experiences to brands. Concurrently, CID supervises the day-to-day operations of Team Asia's integrated publication, The Red Circle. As the editor-in-chief, he sets the tone, editorial direction, and policies for the publication and makes sure every story is consistent with these measures. Having an integrated publication has been CID's vision since 2016, intending to share the stories, philosophies, and points of view that coincide with the agency's value engagingly and insightfully. He returned to Team Asia from Havas Media Ortega, where he was account director for Red Havas Philippines and held a similar role at Elevation Partners. He has been a key contributor to the success of some of the local and global brands like Pilipinas Shell, Uber Philippines, Japan Airlines, Converge ICT, Globe Telecom, Coca-Cola Beverages Philippines, Mary Kay Philippines, Shang Properties, Jewelmer Microtel, LBC, IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, Department of Health, Department of Education, UNICEF, and a lot more. Before his agency career, he was part of AIG BPSI and Shell Shares Services INC. Outside Team Asia, Sir Cid is a faculty member of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Muntinlupa. Using his years of expertise in the field, he shares his knowledge and insights to shape and groom the school's future PR practitioners. Mr. CID Santillan graduated from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines in 2005, where he holds a degree in Bachelor of Arts in Broadcast Communication. In that same year, he was also one of the finalists of the PUP Search for Centennial Students among the hundreds of aspirants. He also led in organizing student activities for the College of Communication, like the script writing workshop entitled ABNKK Sulat and Napala Ako, and a lot more. He was also an active member of Tanghalan Julio 23, INC, an independent university theater group. Ladies and gentlemen, PUPian, to discuss the topic communicating with purpose and understanding your why, let us give a clap reaction to Mr. CID Santillan.
Hi everyone, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mama Vel, for that wonderful introduction. And magandang umaga. Good morning to the PUP community. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good morning. Um, to our attendees, no, may I request to please send some love and sparkles by sending emojis, hearts, or confetti, no, on the chat box on Zoom. And I'm also seeing like we also have some audience on Facebook, so please type in some comments. Please show some love, no. Just key in hearts, emojis, or again confetti. So just we become more interactive this morning. Thank you so much. Good morning again. So to our technician, may I request lang to, of course, get access so I can share my presentation. Okay. So I hope you're seeing my presentation already. Again, good morning everyone. Magandang umaga. I know that it's been raining and flooding in some areas of the metro because of the typhoon, but I hope everyone is in this webinar right now. It's safe, including your families and loved ones. But before I start, I would like to greet and honor our distinguished guests. Thank you for taking the time this morning. First of all, to our University President, Dr. Manuel M. Muhi. Good morning, sir. That was a very inspiring opening remarks. Yung huli niyo pong sinabi na ang karunungan ay gagamitin para sa bayan, I got a little emotional because very, I think it's very anchored on what I'm going to be discussing today. I also like to greet good morning and thanks again to Assistant Professor Mavel B. Legarde, the Chief of our PUP Alumni Relations Services. Good morning also to Assistant Professor Jane S. Pulma, the Chief for Career Development and Placement Services. And of course, good morning to Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Assistant to the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services and the Director for Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. Again, thank you very much for having me as your speaker this morning. And of course, to all the PUP faculty members and students who are with us today, good morning and maraming salamat. You know what? Returning to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines for this webinar, even if it's virtual, a virtual gathering, it really still gives me a nostalgic feeling. So medyo nag-adjust pa ako. It made me a little like emotional because I haven't visited the university or PUP for such a long time since I graduated in 2005. Sobrang tagal na, no? So even if it's virtual, may feeling na nagka-flashback what I have actually experienced when I was in college. And throughout this discussion, I hope that I'll be able to inspire our students, not only our students, but the story of my career hopefully can also inspire the PUP community. So I'm very honored and thrilled to speak to each and every one of you as an alumni and share a part of me in the hopes that I can inspire every student in this webinar and the rest of the PUP community. Alam niyo po, nung tinanong ako ni Ma'am Mavel Legarde kung anong topic ang gusto kong pag-usapan para sa webinar na ito, hindi po ako nahirapan to come up with a topic. Right then and there, I said, I like to talk about communicating with purpose and understanding your why. Maybe you're thinking, ano ba yung communicating with purpose? No, is it really about effective communication, or what is about understanding your why? Maybe a lot of us in this webinar thinks communication is just a part of our everyday lives, and that is correct. No. But little did we know that each day we must communicate with a variety of people for a variety of reasons in a variety of ways. While the topic of effective communication is extremely broad, sobrang laki ng topic na yan, no? There are basic components for us to consider in order to communicate with purpose. Okay? With purpose. I'm stretching that out. And for us to communicate with purpose, we need to know and we need to understand our why, our own purpose. Okay? To our students and also to the members of the academe, of the PUP community, university is full of opportunities. And napatunayan ko when I was in college. PUP has offered me a lot of opportunities from organizations, from competitions, making friends from different colleges, joining a lot of activities here and there. But sometimes, it can be hard to know which way to look first. Sometimes hindi mo alam kung ano yung uunahin mo, hindi mo alam sometimes kung ano yung gusto mo talagang mangyari. Or at least, hindi mo rin alam kung saan ka papunta or you don't know where you're headed to. Especially when your peers or your friends seem to know what they're doing. Nakaka-pressure talaga yun na parang kapag yung friends mo, yung mga classmates mo, or your batchmates, no, yung mga classmates mo ng high school, parang may direction na yung buhay nila, pero parang ikaw, hindi mo pa alam kung anong gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo. And that is normal. No? Siguro sa mga freshmen na nandito sa webinar, or maybe even to the graduating students, incoming graduating students, and that is normal. It's okay to be lost. At times, I am sure each and everyone in this webinar get lost, or we feel overwhelmed with college life, with a lot of demands, no, overlapping deliverables from different subjects, no. Of course, there's the pressure as well if you are a scholar, if you want to be a Dean's Lister, if you want to be a President's Lister as well, or to have a Latin honor, etc. But this is not only applicable to students, but getting lost or getting overwhelmed is also applicable to the faculty members and the members of the academe. And so how do we get, or how do we go back to the center, to our core? Sometimes the best place to start is with the basics. And by basic mean, ask yourselves with these questions. First, what is important to you? No? Ano bang importante para sa iyo as a person? No? When you are lost or when you are overwhelmed with a lot of things, ask yourself, what is important? Sometimes we have a different meaning of important and urgent. Not all things are urgent. Okay, and not all things are also important. So we need to be able to know as well what's important for us. The next question that you need to ask yourselves is this question. What motivates you? No? If nanonood kayo ng TV, may commercial yung isang coffee brand, tinatanong dun sa commercial, para kanino kayo bumabangon? And that is actually a good question that relates to this question. What motivates you? No? What motivates you to wake up in the morning? No? To thrive, to survive. No? What keep pushing you? No? Next, what do you want to achieve in life? What's your goal? Maybe in this topic, I just want to remind everyone that sometimes we have so many goals in life, but I would like to recommend that one at a time. We cannot have so many goals at the same time because each goal cannot be achieved at the same time. Again, one day at a time. But you have to know as well, what do you want to achieve in life? Next is, what do you think your purpose in life? It's a big question. And for sure, until now, you're also asking, maybe now you're asking, ano nga bang purpose ko in life? Why am I actually existing in this world? No? Maybe we're actually thinking our goal and purpose are the same, but actually it's not the same. Goal and purpose are different. Okay? So again, these are the questions that can help design your university life around the realms of happiness, positivity, engagement, and well-being? These are the questions that helped me survive and thrive when I was still in college. While these questions can help recenter us, there's one thing also that keep us going, which is goal. I'm sure all of us has a goal in life. No, sabi nga, by definition, a goal is an idea of the future or desired result that a person or a group of people envision, plan, and commit to achieve. Okay? Everyone endeavor to reach goals within a finite time by setting deadlines. We cannot set a goal without a deadline. It cannot just be an umbrella goal. A goal should be achievable. A goal should have a deadline. Our goal, everyone, is our North Star. Ano ba yung North Star? Metamorphically, no, North Star is your personal mission statement. It is a fixed destination that you can depend on in your life as the world changes around you. Once you have a definite goal in life, whatever happens around you, no, you will keep intact your values, what you believe in, no, whatever happens externally, as long as you have definite goal, it will stay intact. You know what, everyone, when I was in college, my ultimate goal was to finish college, of course. Of course, everyone wants to finish college. Pero bakit? No? Why do we want to finish college? Me, I want to finish college because gusto ko talaga magtrabaho right away. No? My generation in this compared to this generation, no, sometimes I'm really trying to understand this generation really have the time to rest. Or like, let's say, sige, pahinga muna ako for a year or 2 years. Saka na ako mag-work. In my generation, all of us, after graduation or before graduating, we're already looking for a job. And me, before I entered PUP, or even before I enrolled in PUP, I know already my goal is to actually finish college, okay? And to finish college and be eligible for an employment. Okay? Because I know that college is my stepping stone. It will be my key to land a job after college. While I was in the university, everyone, maraming distraction actually, no? I was too focused actually in the beginning, my first few semesters. I was Dean's Lister, President's Lister, all throughout, to be honest. But of course, nababarkada, no? But honestly, because of my goal, and I keep reminding myself of those questions, I know my priorities. Okay? And it's not wrong to have friends. It's not wrong to have barkada. But you have to surround yourself with right people. Again, I'm emphasizing, you have to surround yourself with the right people. While the rest of my friends in college goes out after our classes, ako hindi ako lumalabas, to be honest. I join them once in a while. But me, I spend time in NGOs. I don't know why at that time, why I joined an NGO. NGO is a non-government organization that helps actually to foster and to push children's rights. No, I don't know why, but I just fell in love with the idea of joining an organization aside from the other organizations inside the university. So after classes, I'll go to Cubao because the Cubao is the headquarters of the organization. So usually, school, NGO, bahay. That's my life in college. But I never also forget to have fun. To all our students here, you also need to also understand it's part also of growing up. It's part of university life. You need to know how to have fun. But again, we need to know and we need to choose the right people to surround us. This slide, no, you might be wondering, ang daming logos, and these are like networks, these are publications, magazines, film outfits, and these logos represents the companies, every broadcast communication, just like me, no, dream to join after college. Who doesn't want to join ABS-CBN that time in 2005, GMA, TV5, or any other production or media outfit? Yan talaga yung dream job namin na iland. I had my internship in ABS-CBN, honestly. But during my internship in ABS-CBN, I realized that I'm destined for something else, but I don't know what. But in my heart, I know that I'm destined for more. While the rest of my batchmates in college applied or are already working in BPO companies, during that my time in 2005, that's the boom of the BPO companies. While they're already like working, some are in TV networks, in film productions, publications, or decided to have their own businesses. I was actually lucky, very, very lucky to land a job. And it opened my eyes that there are a lot of opportunities out there for us, for students, graduating students. We just need to be able to open our eyes. Sometimes we limit ourselves, but we need to be able to have our eyes wide open for opportunities. I joined after graduation Shell. It's a multinational company. Who would have thought a young graduate from PUP, a state university, will be able to land a job in a multinational company? Earlier, I was listening to the partners video, and that is true, guys. That said about it. I think it's from Dell representative who said, it doesn't matter if you are from a tier 1 or top tier university or from a state U. And I'm also a proof of that. I'm a living proof that it's not about actually you're from a state U or from a top tier university. Okay. In Shell, I was doing internal communications, events, employee engagements, and a lot more. No? Sometimes, if not always, we think we will not make it into the multinational companies. It intimidates us, honestly. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a testament that we should not think less of ourselves. At Shell, I learned that it's not just about the school. Or if you have Latin honors, sometimes we are so gigil to graduate cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. No? But at the end of the day, doesn't matter. What matters actually is that grit, passion, and your willingness to learn. And of course, a little dust of perseverance. That is what's important when you're entering a career. In Shell, I was introduced to a lot of work concepts as a multinational company. I learned to embrace and to work with different individuals, with different nationalities, with different beliefs and culture. That time, I was just treating my work as a normal work, proving myself that I'm good, that I can make a name in this industry or in this company. But at that time, I was already like living my dream of having a great job in a great company. But after almost 7 years in Pilipinas Shell, another door opened to me. Okay. I joined Baker McKenzie in 2012. Baker McKenzie is a global law firm with London as their headquarters. At Baker McKenzie, I'm part of the marketing firm. You'll see, guys, from a broadcast communication student being part, ideally, I should be part of a network doing shows or filmed outfits, doing films. But my first job is actually corporate communication. My second job is actually being part of a marketing firm. I am sure some of you are wondering, what am I doing in a law firm and in marketing? Actually, ako din naman na surprise, no? But that's what I'm actually saying earlier. Have your eyes wide open and embrace opportunities. As a young individual that time, I was feeling intimidated, scared, overwhelmed, a lot of feelings together, no? Because I was in London for quite some time. But looking back when I was still in Shell, I was actually prepared for this. Shell prepared me to be ready to conquer a more global role. The intimidation, being scared, and feeling overwhelmed turned to excitement to learn and navigate a new industry. And most importantly, show the Filipino work ethics. This time, guys, it's not about where I graduated, but who am I as a Filipino? At 28, I experienced what we call quarter life crisis. Because after my stint at Baker and McKenzie, I felt lost, and that is normal. No? Alam nyo, feeling ko maaga ako nag-mature kasi nga I keep reminding myself about those questions earlier, no? Para kanino ko ba 'to ginagawa? Ano ba yung importante para sa akin? Ano ba yung purpose ko in life? No? So when I felt lost when I was at 28, no, feeling ko I was in a crossroad or I was at a crossroad. Para siyang intersection. Saan ko ba gusto pumunta? Gusto ko bang i-continue yung tinapos ko na broadcast com to be in ABS-CBN, GMA, or any other outfits? Or go back to corporate like Shell, Baker McKenzie, or join another corporate company? What's next for me? What do I really want to do? What's my career path? So it's a big question mark actually when I was at 28. No? Maybe for some young individuals right now, hindi nyo pa siya naiisip na napapagdaanan, but you will actually experience it. And that's normal. No, it's really normal for us to question, what do we want to do? What's next for us? What's our career path? No, because as long as we know actually those questions and we keep asking those questions, it means that we want direction in our lives. While I was at loss that time, at the same time, there's that pride in me that I should be part of another multinational or global company. No? Siyempre galing na ako ng Shell, ng Baker McKenzie. Bakit ako mag-join ng smaller companies? No? But I think the universe, no, really has plans for us. No? The tables have turned for me. After joining two big companies, I decided to join a local and a smaller company. Same year in 2012, I joined Team Asia. Team Asia is an integrated marketing agency. Yes, it's a firm. It's a local firm. It's an independent firm where I was an account executive first. Rank and file. No? As an achiever, I think that's what's wonderful as PUP and yun din yung narinig ko from our partners, no? And that's, we need to be, I think that's the pressure as well of being a PUPian, is that we are really achiever. When we are put, we really blossom, no? Kung saan tayo ilagay as a PUPian. As an achiever, and as a PUPian, I was able to climb the ladder from being an account executive to senior account executive in just 3 months. After 6 months, I became an account manager. And after a year, I became an account supervisor. It was so fast, whirlwind, no? But I was enjoying it. In my 5 years in Team Asia, I have handled various brands from corporate, consumer, and I've met different individuals with different personalities. So guys, meeting different individuals with different personalities is not new anymore for me. I was prepared by Shell and Baker and McKenzie. In those 5 years, I realized my work in Shell and Baker and McKenzie, I was prepared for something bigger and more challenging. You might maybe us, no, we always say, I want challenge, no? If I join a company, I want something more challenging. But me, I don't actually just rely on the company to challenge me. We should also have a mindset to create challenges for us. It should also be us creating opportunities and challenges for us. You know what, guys? I enjoy the agency life. That is why after Team Asia, I joined another agency called Elevation Partners from 2017 to 2018 and Red Havas from 2018 to 2020. But my heart brought me back to Team Asia in February 2020, a month before the pandemic and the lockdown happened. Now, I am the Director for Public Relations, Media Affairs, and Editorial Services of the agency. From 2012 to now, I have handled various brands. From local to global brands, me together with my team help them to tell their stories through public relations. You know what? I will not get all the credits. I have a team who helped me to make this brand successful. But my purpose was to lead them. Once I climb the ladder, I need to be able to understand what's my purpose. And my purpose now as a director is actually to train new breed of communicators. Aside from that, I was able to create my own opportunity. No, I mentioned earlier na at 28 I was at a crossroad. I should be working for a network, a publication. Hindi ko na kailangan actually bumalik at 28. I created my own opportunity by creating my own publication. It's called The Red Circle. It's an online publication. Actually, it's an integrated online publication wherein we showcase stories to engage, provoke, and ignite conversations to our readers. I am the editor-in-chief of the Red Circle, and we love to tell the stories. We love to tell stories, meaningful stories. I have almost 20 years of experience in public relations. I have handled personal, corporate, consumer, advocacy, political accounts, wink, wink, political accounts. But at the end of the day, I am a student of life. Maybe I'm an expert already in what I do. But what will keep you always on ground is to always realize that every day is a learning process. That is why I am a student of life every day. Because with all of these achievements, rainbows, sparkles, and unicorns, I always feel that there's something missing. There's still something missing in my career path, in myself. And I still have that ultimate question, why do I exist? Why am I doing all of this? Why am I doing all of the sacrifices, meaning sleepless nights for our clients, compromises, etc.? And then I actually keep on asking why. And that is actually my purpose. Okay? I need to know what's my purpose. And you guys also need to know your purpose. By definition, purpose is actually, it fuels your motivation in life, giving your life meaning and direction, inspiring you to make a significant contribution to the world. Kaya sabi ko earlier, no, yung last part ng opening remarks si Dr. Muhi, it really relates to PUP him that ang karunungan gagamitin para sa bayan. Because that's really our purpose. Our purpose is actually to make a significant contribution to the world. no? Maybe before the world is to make a significant contribution to your own community, to your own circle first, maybe, and then next to your community, and next to our nation, and lastly to the world. We should be able to really have a contribution. And I only learned that my purpose in life is to inspire young people like you. But how? The pandemic actually introduced me to my purpose, and that is actually to teach. In 2021, I decided to be part of the academe as a part-time professor at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Muntinlupa, teaching subjects like public relations, integrated marketing communications, and communication planning. I now understand why I was put in Shell, why I was put in Baker McKenzie, why I was put in Elevation Partners, why I was put in Team Asia, why I came back to Team Asia. It's because it's my training ground to share my expertise to new breed of communicators, new public relations professionals. And I didn't know this until the pandemic happened. I was just enjoying my career as a director. But at one point, you will really feel something is missing. Teaching gave my life meaning and direction. It inspires me to do good and be better all the time in my craft as a PR practitioner, because students see me as a beacon of light. My story inspires them. My experiences inspires them. Knowing that I am inspiring students and molding the next generation of communicators means I am making a significant contribution to the world. If you don't know your purpose yet, that's okay. But you have to start at the one point. Finding your purpose at the one point is important, but give yourself a breathing room. It can be now, it can be tomorrow, months from now, years from now, but knowing your purpose will fuel you. So the big question is how to find your why or your purpose. So I like you to actually first watch this video, no, for you to be able to have a better understanding of what's why.
Find a friend you love, and one of those people who, if you called them at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'd take your call and you would take theirs. Don't do this with a spouse. Don't do this with a sibling. Don't do this with a boyfriend or girlfriend. Those relationships are too close. But find a best friend and ask them this simple question: why are we friends? And they're going to look at you like you're crazy, because it's very hard for the human brain to put our feelings into words, because the part of the brain that controls our feelings doesn't control language. This is why we use metaphors and analogies, and why we struggle to tell people how we actually feel. It's because it's a different part of the brain. And so they're going to look at you and be like, I don't know. Why are you asking me this? And you say, come on, I know you've been there for me my whole life. And then you actually stop asking the question why, ironically. You actually ask the question what. You say, come on, what specifically is it about me that I know you'd be there for me no matter what? And they're going to hem and haw because it's hard to put into words. Don't help them. Don't let anybody else help them. And they're going to start describing you. I don't know. You're funny. You're smart. You're honest. You've always been there for me. You go, good. You play devil's advocate. Good. That's the definition of a friend. What specifically is about me that I'd know you'd be there for me no matter what? And again, they'll hem and haw, and some will get through this quickly, and some will get through it slowly, and it'll be a struggle, and you have to continue to play devil's advocate. Good, that's the definition of a close friend. What specifically is about me? And eventually, they'll give up. Eventually, they'll stop describing you, and they'll start describing themselves. Like my friend said to me, Simon, I don't know. All I know is that I can sit in a room with you. I don't even have to talk to you, and I feel inspired, and I got goosebumps. In fact, I'm getting them right now. They will put into words the value you have in their life, and you will have the emotional reaction. You'll either well up with tears or you will get goosebumps. This puts you in the ballpark. This is where your why lives. And if you do this with multiple friends, they will say the same kind of thing In fact, sometimes they'll say the same exact thing, because your why is the thing you give to the world, and amongst your closest and best friends, it is the space you fill in their lives. So that's a fun little way you can find your why.
Okay, so that is actually a basic way to know your why. No, sometimes it's really hard to right away answer the question, what's your purpose? What's your why? And for you to understand actually your purpose and your why is to know actually the value, your own value to your friends. No? And Simon Sinek is actually a popular author of like self-help books that I read a lot. Okay. It's to ask your friends, no? Why are we friends? No? It's actually a tricky question because usually like masyado siyang cheesy, to be honest, diba? And usually as Filipinos din, kapag tinatanong tayo ng mga friends natin ganyan or sa family, we love giving negative comments or like, just like, take it as a joke. But let's not stop in digging up an answer. Because once you have an answer, you'll actually understand what's your influence to your friend? What value actually you bring in to your friend? Are you just friends for happy times? Or your friends for a lot of times? No? So actually that's a great step to start to know what is your purpose. No? Why is the reason actually you're actually alive or like in existence? Start finding your purpose and will unlock your best life. Finding purpose in life is one of those things that most people want. No? Lahat tayo, we want to find our own purpose, but don't rush it. Whether we know it or not, as nice as it sounds, it can seem challenging to know or to attain. This personal sense of purpose guides and sustains us day to day and through the years. Even when you have setbacks, failures, no, and the world turned upside down, no, nawalan ka ng trabaho, nakipag-break ka sa boyfriend, girlfriend mo, di ba, or let's say you were a victim of a calamity or whatnot, no? Purposes gives you stability and a sense of direction. That's why finding purpose is essential for living a happy and healthy life. Finding your purpose can unlock greater satisfaction and success in all areas of your life. Once you know your purpose, you can easily as well communicate effectively. You can actually easily understand a person as well, because you will be more empathetic, not just sympathetic, but empathetic. No? So at this point, I'd like to share 9, okay, steps to finding your purpose. No? So I hope you're taking down notes or taking screenshots of my presentation, but these 9 steps in finding your purpose will come handy for everyone. First, guys, is to develop a growth mindset. No? Never get tired of having a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset is linked to having a sense of purpose. Constantly growing and becoming a better version of yourself helps you to identify your purpose and commit to pursuing it. You know what? When I was in college, that's actually also my mindset. I have to improve myself every year. I cannot be the same Sid when I was in first year. I cannot be the Sid maybe may masungit or what, no, when I'm already like fourth year. You need to be able to improve and innovate yourself. Sabi nga, no, don't compare yourself to others. You have to compare yourself, to your own self. A growth mindset also allows you to embrace challenges as opportunities. In the agency life, everyone, we don't see challenges as problems. These are opportunities. Sabi nga, in Chinese proverb, no, ang crisis, it comes in 2. It's challenges and opportunities. Growth mindset also allows you to persevere in spite of failure. and you accept feedback and constructive criticism. Always be open, no? And if you don't get feedback or constructive criticism, be more assertive. Get feedback. Don't just wait for feedback, no? Because feedback will always help you to grow, no? Yung mga annual appraisal sa companies, no? Um, um, 3rd-month review, 6-month review, no? Those are like default. But having conversations with your friends, colleagues as well, no? Kamusta ba ako as colleague? Kamusta ba ako as classmates? Kamusta ba ako as class president? No? Those are actually a good step to have a growth mindset because you're open actually, no? To hear their feedback and you're open for change. Next is to create a personal vision statement. A personal vision statement can help you manage stress and find balance in your life. It also serves as a roadmap that will guide you toward your purpose by identifying your core values and establishing what's important to you. No? When I was in college, ano ba yung personal vision statement ko? No, my personal vision statement was, I want to land a job, but not just land a job, but I want a job that can able to really provide for my family. Okay, that was my vision statement. A purpose statement makes it easier for you to make decisions aligned to your values and helps you stay motivated, no, as you work toward your personal goals. Okay. Third, give back. I know some of you might be thinking, ayaw nyo minsan mag-give back or parang, saka na ako mag-give back pag nakaluwag-luwag na. Guys, it's not about how small or how big. But giving back is actually also a way of finding your purpose. Okay? Giving back can enhance your sense of meaning and purpose in life. This, what I'm doing right now with everyone, is actually a part of giving back. Because I know that, no, I will not say that I owe it to the university because I don't want us to have a mindset na meron tayong utang na loob all the time. But we need to have a mindset that without the university, without PUP, guys, no, I won't have a strong foundation. What I've learned in the university helped me a lot. Is actually a piece of a puzzle of who am I right now. Okay? This means, giving back means that you have to help others. You also have to help yourself. No? Sometimes, kahit wala na tayo, ubos na tayo, let's learn to give back and help. Look for ways to be of service. No? You may want to be a volunteer in your local community. No? Donate a money, donate time, skills that resonates with you. Find something that fuels you. Or just as simple as spreading a little happiness by performing random acts of kindness. Always choose kindness. Next, number 4 is practice gratitude. Sometimes, maybe most of the times, guys, we forget, no, to think or yung magpasalamat kung anong meron tayo. And before tayo magpasalamat, anong nangyayari, humihingi ka agad tayo. Let's actually pay gratitude first before we ask for something. Let's be thankful for what we have or what we don't have. Practicing gratitude can feel a bit awkward at first, to be honest, no? It's also like counting your blessings. We get so used to our negative thoughts that switching them for positive ones can feel unnatural. Kasi feeling natin lagi, oh, deserve ko naman yan, so ba't pa ako papasalamat? But I would actually like to say, it's a wrong mindset. Everything yes, we deserve it, but we have to pay gratitude. To get started, try writing 3 to 5 things you feel grateful for. No? Simulan nyo in the morning or at night before kayo matulog, no? Ano yung tatlong bagay na grateful kayo? Like me, no? I'm always grateful for na gumigising ako in the morning. I'm grateful for I have my mom to cook for my breakfast. Simple things that you have to be grateful for, no? Baby steps. Next, turn your pain into purpose. We all face struggles in life. Guys, never think na kayo lang yung nahihirapan, no? Lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan. And sometimes, you also have to think, may problem ako, baka mayroon pang mas mahirap yung problem sa akin. Okay? Overcoming these challenges shapes who you are or who we become and gives us our unique strengths and perspectives. No? So we need to be able to also understand that the pain can also be turned into something, no? That can shape us into something. Many people ask for help when they're struggling to overcome a major life challenge or major life change. Some later find their purpose in life, no? Yung mga rags to riches stories, no? Ang dami lang pinagdaanan, nahirapan sila, but now they are inspiring a lot of people. And you can be one of them soon. And you have to remember, your pain can drive a purpose. 6, be part of a community. Purpose is about feeling connected to others, no? Huwag tayong malimitahan na maging part ng isang group, no? Don't limit yourself with your own just friends. So being an active member of a community can contribute to a greater sense of purpose in life. So you know actually what other issues are around our country or around your community, no? When you find your purpose, you'll discover that there are many others out there who share your passions, interests, and values. Not just your friends, but there are a lot more out there. It's also expanding your network. Joining or creating a community, guys, allows you to find that sense of connection. Na ay, hindi ako nag-iisa. Uy, nakaka-relate siya sa akin. Uy, yung pinagdadaanan ko pala normal lang. Okay? That is what being part of a community does. Next, spend time with people who inspire you. Again, spend time with people who inspire you. Sabi nga ng isang motivational speaker, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So imagine mo, yung 5 taong lagi mong kasama, yung average nila, yun ka actually. But if you actually expand your network, you expand and join a community, you surround yourself with people who inspire you, no? It can either like elevate, change, improve you. If you spend time with people who are positive and purpose-driven, they are likely to inspire you to have the same mindset. You may even discover your own purpose through them. And just like me, when I joined the NGO, I didn't know that's actually the step already for me to discover my purpose of teaching. Because when I was in the NGO, I was already like teaching kids theater arts. And that's already like an introduction for me to my purpose. 8, practice self-acceptance. Accepting your limitations, guys, can really help you to be kinder to yourself. No? Huwag tayong laging hustle mindset. It's really tiring, to be honest, to have a hustle mindset. Yung push tayo, yung laging laban lang, push yan. Guys, we have limitations. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your mind. When things go wrong, it means it's your limit. You have to breathe. We all make mistakes. But instead of beating yourself because of your failures, try to see it as a setback, as an opportunity to grow, to learn. Self-compassion can help you become more self-aware and self-accepting. Kung sa iba nga, naaawa tayo, nahahabag tayo, di ba? Gusto rin tumulong. We need to also accept that we are also have limitations. We need to help ourselves first. And lastly, take time for self-care. Self-care comes in many forms. Okay? Your body, your mind, yourself is very important. And your version of self-care is unique to you. His or her version of self-care might not be applicable to you. No? Perhaps you like walking in the forest or like walking in the park, going to the mall, no? Just tambay lang siguro sa coffee shop or like just sleeping. That's okay. Or maybe practicing some deep breathing or journaling, doodling, no? Just put out your difficult emotions, okay? Because when our brains are relaxed, they are at the most creative, okay? You cannot achieve or serve others when you are battling against yourself, okay? You know what, guys? In almost 20 years, I have encountered also challenges and setbacks, no? But rejections is not meant to push you behind or push me behind, but it's actually to push you forward with even more vigor and zest. Because it is a way of redirecting and saying, you got to be smarter than this. Try something else. We need to learn to also na, baka hindi to para sa akin, no? So I'm being redirected to something else, okay? Because with purpose, you can make a difference. And so with that, thank you so much. And I hope that my story and what I've talked to you today, guys, a part of me inspires you and you can able to bring in as you go on a university life and also your life. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for the plenty of food for thought, Sir Sid. Okay. I just would like to add this for our participants, the importance of good communication, okay? Because it enables us to assimilate more from the learning process by empowering us to ask relevant questions and discuss doubts, right? Yan kasi rin yung minsan talagang trouble ko din eh. Also, effective verbal communication nurtures the process of socialization by facilitating new friendships, and this in turn aid the learning process. Okay? Ako talaga ay nakarelate sa diniscuss ni Sir Sid. Thank you very much. Okay? So let us see kung may gusto mag-practice makipag-good communicate sa ating speaker. Dear participants, once called, you may unmute your microphone and share your camera para makita at marinig ka ng ating speaker as you ask question or questions kung marami. Please click the raising hand button if you have question. Meron ba? Meron po bang tanong? Or let's see on screen kung may raise ng hand. Okay? Ayan, meron ba? Yan. Let us read comments from Angelo. Sir Sid, Angela is from NTC.
Hi,
Okay,
good
ibang
morning
school
po.
po siya. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It will help. It is very helpful to my personal growth, to your for our guest speaker. Ayan, and po nakita niyo po sa webinar today. Congratulations to all of the organizer for the successful webinar today. I'm so proud of you. Ayan, nagustuhan ko rin yung inyong webinar today. Okay, thank you, Angelo. Thank you for attending our webinar today. How about kung ayaw niyong i-practice ang verbal good communication? Wait lang. Yan, naka-unmute na. Medyo nag-i-stutter. Okay, if nahihiya po kayo mag-practice ng verbal communication nyo, you may practice your written communication skill. Okay?
Yeah,
Ask by typing
question.
your question in our comment section. Meron po ba? Or everything is clear kasi na-communicate na ni Sir Sid effectively yung topic, right? Okay, let's see.
Maybe like realizations or insight.
Yes, yeah. Anything po. Basta related po sa ating topic. Meron po bang gusto
Love to hear your
mag-share?
thoughts also about it.
Okay. Siguro yung adrenaline nila, sir, ay ano pa, kasi malamig ngayon eh. Medyo hindi pa nag-in.
Nakatulog, but I hope we were all
Yes.
listening.
So meron po bang question or any anything in your mind regarding our topic? Meron po ba? Okay. Nandito pa po ba? Can I see you number 1 on our comment section para makita po natin kung gising pa ang ating mga participants? Yan, type. Ayan, sir. Meron pala, sir. Nakikinig pala. Ayan, si JR, si Angelo, si Ann. Hello. This one is from Feby sa Feby Marasigan. Thank you for presenting, Mr. Sid Santillan. It supported the goal I am pursuing po. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
hope I inspired
Feby.
you.
Ayan, Jaisal is awake. Alexis also. Si Miss Tana. Ayan. Thank you, everyone. Ang daming one. Nakikinig pa pala sila. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, aside from number 1, typing number 1, pahingi naman po ako ng heart reaction. Pa-click naman po ako ng heart reaction for our notable alumni. Ayan. This one is from J.R. Remorosa, BSEN. TOUMN? Ano kaya yun? I realize that communicating will improve yourself. Yes. Definitely. Okay, thank you. Meron po ba gustong magtanong or everything is clear? Wala po? Let me see. Okay, magka-countdown po ako. Wala po talaga. Everything is clear. In 3, 2, wala po ba talaga? I learned a lot from Angelo. Heart reaction from JR. 1, I think everything is clear. And our PUPians were inspired already and learned from your talk, Sir Sid. Can we give our speaker another heart reaction? Heart reaction. I-flood natin si Sir ng heart. Kahit hindi pa February, i-heart natin agad si Sir. Ayan. Thank you very much for your generosity, Sir. Sharing your time and knowledge and everything na nakaka-inspire at na-inspire po talaga kami. Thank you so much. Okay, so let us move on to awarding the Certificate of Appreciation to our speaker, Mr. Sid Santillan. Allow me to, ayan, heart reaction from PUP-CAF, Sir Rolando. Hello po. Ayan. Allow me to read the citation of the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Office of the Vice President for Student Affairs and Services, Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. This Certificate of Appreciation is hereby given to Mr. Isidoro T. Santillan II, Director, Team Asia PR, in grateful acknowledgement of his engagement and insightful academic contribution as a resource speaker, imparting unparalleled knowledge and expertise on communicating with purpose and understanding your why during the webinar series with the title BALIK SINTANG PAARALAN, the PUP Alumni Webinar Series held on August 23, 2022 via Zoom and Facebook live stream. Given this 23rd day of August 2022 at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Santa Mesa, Manila, signed Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director ARTDO, signed Tomas O. Testor, MPA, Vice President for Student Affairs and Services. Again, congratulations, Sir Sid, and thank you very much.
Thank you rin po, and you're welcome. Anytime po. Thank you po.
Okay, this one is from J.R. Remorosa. I'm from Open University System po, taking Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Hi, JR. Thank you for attending our webinar. Again, Sir Sid, thank you so much. Dear participants, thank you so much for giving your time, precious time with us today. Thank you so much. So, do not forget, please, to our participants to answer the evaluation form posted in our chat box here in Zoom and the comment section on our FB page for you to receive the e-certificate through your email. Kindly visit the PUP Alumni Facebook page, then like and share the webinar live stream video so that other students and alumni can also be able to learn and inspire from our webinar. On behalf of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office and our presenter, thank you so much po for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day. Once again, I'm Mabel Villagarde, your moderator. God bless everyone. Let us hear the PUP hymn. Thank you. Mr. Sid, I'm gonna email you, sir, your certificate and other concerns. Thank you so much.